Welcome everyone to the Terrible Movie Collab Season 2, where all these Terrible Movie Collab portions and episodes will be on Patreon early access. And if you're brand new to the channel or you weren't around for Season 1, basically what this concept is I grab a bunch of YouTube friends and I get them to sit down and watch a terrible movie. Now in today's collaboration, I've got on my great friend Blacktastic Media as we discuss a movie from 2016 called Sharkenstein. Stay back! I don't want to hurt you! Hey everyone, what's going on? Welcome to the channel and thank you so much for taking your own time out to check out this review of the 2016 movie Sharkenstein, where I'm in collaboration with my good friend Blacktastic Media. And if you haven't seen any of the Terrible Movie Collab episodes before of movie reviews, a link is down below to a full playlist. Now this movie is directed by Mark Polonia, who I've never seen any of the previous works, and basically our main star here is Greta Volkova, if I've got that right, who plays a character called Madge. Now you might be wondering, well Mike, what the heck is Sharkenstein 2016 movie all around? Well, essentially set after the end of World War II, where in a small kind of oceanic town, a shark that has been reanimated and built by kind of some of the greatest sea creatures of all form the monster of Sharkenstein, who is on a bloody rampage. That's all I will say, because I'm gonna be honest with you guys, going into this movie, I was really hyped. You know, if you've seen my channel by now, you know I love bad movies. So when it came to this one, I saw the poster, which Blacktastic will say himself, and I completely agree. This poster is better than anything that basically happens in this movie. I've got so many negatives to go into here. Have I actually got any positives? Okay, well, I'm going to leave you guys with one positive before I hand it over to my guest, Blacktastic Media. And that is, this movie had me laughing from the 0-second timer all the way up until the end, because it's that bad, it's that cheesy. Yeah, honestly, I find myself really having a giggle. I mean, whether it is at this hut in the water that's clearly just CG'd in here, or whether it is this guy who's holding this wood in his hand that, you know, you use to light up in caves, and he's going to throw this at a house to stop Sharkenstein in here, or whether it's this guy who's meant to be like 18, 19-year-old, he's got a cap on backwards, who's meant to be a kid, but he actually isn't a kid, in the likes and in front of Sharkenstein. Yeah, this movie is absolutely hilarious. So I've got many thoughts to share with you guys, but before I do, let me hand it over to my guest, Blacktastic Media. And yeah, let's see what he has to say.
Yeah. I think last night I've witnessed and watched probably one of the worst movies ever made, produced, directed, acted. Oh my God, this was bad. Sharkenstein, a la Frankenstein. When my boy Mike sent me this, I'm like, the poster had me cracking up. The poster is better than this whole movie. I'm talking an hour and 27 minutes of absolute stupidity. This came out, I think, in 2016. Yo, check this out. The movie opens up with a flashback to Germany, 1941. You see these scientists working on some brains and a heart and these glass jars full of water. Then it shows a actual beautiful scene of the ocean. Then this fake ass submarine pops up out the water, look like a paper mache made out of cardboard or something, and the water that's dripping from it is obvious CG, look like from a bad Terminator 2 movie. I'm like, wow, this is bad. These Germans pop out the submarine. One guy standing going, yes, we're going to do the work of Hitler. We're going to do that. It's obvious. You can tell it's modern day times. The clothes, the background. I'm like, this ain't 1941, y'all. Then they show this science lab. It looks like a hut from 2023, like down the street from me, a regular house. Well, then it jumps to modern day times on Catman's Cove. These 3 explorers paid for a boat ride for 8 hours to go out and explore the water and things like that. People are getting killed left and right in this cove. The water police, the locals are like, hey, people are dying. You know, they're finding shoes with feet and missing legs in the body on the beach, things like that. And when this shark attacks, it is a Sharkenstein. It's like 4 or 5 different species of shark stapled, drilled, hammered, put together, and it's controlled by voice control from this German who had lineage from previous generations, now wanting to dominate the world with this monstrosity. This shark literally jumps out the water and kills people on land. When I say jump out the water, it's a paper mache puppet doing like this. Mouth doesn't close, comes across the screen. Next thing you know, it cuts to this very bad CG blood. Somebody going, roar. I'm like, wow. I did not just see that. And they're using the same clip over and over of this mutilated shark. My God. Your leads, they're nobodies. The one girl, her name is Greta in real life. She plays Madge in this movie, Madge. She's interestingly cute. She has these set of teeth that are huge. Her dad must have been a beaver. It looked like there's a picket fence in her mouth. Her teeth are so big on the top, you don't see the bottom teeth ever. When she talks, it's always like this. Oh my God, God. I'm like, damn, she has a big ass teeth. Wow. And that wasn't a special effect. That was real and it was practical. This movie's bad. There's women walking on the beach, gathering shells, and a shark just, and it roars underwater like Godzilla, like a monster. I'm like, wow. Plot doesn't matter. Mike can explain that to you best as he can. It's bad. Then it gets struck by lightning. It jumps up on the dock, chasing these people, right? Your protagonist. It gets struck by lightning. Then it morphs into a shark man with arms and legs and muscles. It's an obvious doll somebody's holding and shaking, to make it look like it's moving like this. Incredible. There's a scene, oh my God, there's a lady on the beach, little over the hill, taking these provocative photos. She has this dress where her boobs are hanging out, it's very short cut, and you hear through the dialogue that she's a former porn star. So she's taking these photos to get autograph from her people who loved her from way back in the day when she was hot, right? And the acting across the board is terrible in this movie. Jesus. The shark man appears, eats the cameraman right in front of her. Blood splashes all over her body. The very next scene, they cut, she has no blood, but she's doing like this. Oh my God, there's no blood. Bitch, you ain't looking at blood, you're looking at your hands. Oh my God. Then the shark man stares at her, and you get the POV, shark vision. He's looking at her titties, and he scrolls down and looks at her legs. I'm thinking, okay, he's gonna eat her legs. This motherfucker jumps on top of her and starts fucking. Can't make this up. Fucking. In the middle of sex, she's like, oh my God, I don't even know your name. I'm like, shoot me now. CG is horrible. They got fire. even when the people is a mob shooting guns at this creature, the pyrotechnics that's coming out the gun are fake. I'm like, wow, everything is fake. And what made me absolutely yell out loud, there's a scene where your three protagonists jump in the water, they change into their swimming fits and swim across the water to some land, open up the bag, put on their clothes again. Makes sense. Why? Minutes later, they escape from this island, they jump into the water, one of them gets ate by a shark, other two swim, and the guy driving the boat saves them, right? He's pulling them out the water. Why, when he's pulling them out the water, their clothes are dry? The very next scene, they're talking. Just escaped the shark in water. Oh my God, and this girl got long hair. Dry as the Mojave Desert. Nothing's wet. I'm like, wow, they don't care. They are intentionally insulting my intelligence. Damn. The acting, I wanted to pull my teeth. The acting is atrocious. The only thing that looked good are obvious stock footage scenes of the overlay of the island. There's some underwater scenes. I'm like, that's Marine World. Someone has a camera up against the glass at Marine World or a stock footage because the coral and everything, it looks really good. Those are not the people in the movie swimming underwater and scuba gear. This is a total different movie from a total different clip or stock footage. It's freaking obvious. Damn. Probably the worst movie I've seen damn near in my life. This movie is beyond bad. It's a tough watch. Man, I paused it a couple of times, had to go to the bathroom, go in the kitchen, into the cupboard, the pantry, grab some cookies, to put some sugar in my body to help me get hyped up to finish this movie. It's Sharkenstein. The title says it all. The poster, yeah. I'm speechless. Mike, yo, the mic is yours.
Tajaya, my friend, thank you so much for helping me cover this movie of Sharkenstein. I'm so sorry to have put you through this, but in this way, I'm kind of not, because I always love hearing your reactions, and especially when it comes to these terrible movies and ones that we've covered before. Now, this isn't actually an asylum movie, but Tajaya, my friend, absolutely loved hearing your thoughts, and man, you had me cracked up throughout every entire portion of your review. If it comes down to our main character of Greta Volkova as Madge and her teeth, yeah, that that honestly just had me laughing. It really did. And then just the way that you break down these movies, man, is just something else. So thank you so much to Jaya for joining me. And if you guys are interested in checking out Blacktastic Media's channel, it is down below in the description box. Go give them love and let them know I sent you. But now let's get into some negatives that I have for this movie, which is everything besides that one positive I gave it a little bit earlier on. Guys, this movie, honestly. So we focus on basically three characters here, right? And these three characters are going to this kind of small town. It's like a little kind of like holiday getaway as such. And they aren't likable whatsoever. I mean, these characters, right? For starters, they're meant to be like kids. And as I said before, like one guy, he's basically got his cap on backwards. So, or two of them have their caps on backwards. So they're automatically classed as like college kids, like 18, 19. Heck, they look about 40 at this point. Now that I've got this cap, do I look about 16, 17-year-old? Yeah, I didn't think so. And I mean, when they're getting called kids, I'm like, they haven't been kids in about 20 years. I'm like, what are you talking about? Although they're trying to sell this illusion, it just doesn't work. It really doesn't. None of them have chemistry whatsoever. You can clearly tell they may put out a casting call here being like, right, Sharkenstein, who have we got? They interviewed like the first three people who rocked in the door and just thought, yeah, we'll make it work. And that is exactly what kind of performances we get from our three leads. You know, whether they're going into the water where they're soaking and once they get on land they're bone dry, as Blacktastic said, or whether they're actually trying to confront this mad scientist in this laboratory who's created this Sharkenstein monster, and Just the way that they're trying to get him to be like, oh no, don't do this. Oh man, acting is as wooden as this table that this microphone is actually leaning on right now. It is that bad, guys. It really, really is. And then what tops it all off is these CG effects that these actors have got to try react to, because like the ship, as Blacktastic said earlier, that is set after like World War II, and we get this flashback, but you can tell it's in modern days, and they just put like a black and white filter over. Yeah, I mean, it's terrible. It is honestly so laughably bad. I think, wow, how bad can we keep getting these movies in the CG levels? And this one just absolutely tops it off to the maximum. I mean, for example, this is like the cherry on top of the ice cream. It is that laughable, guys. It really, really is. And that's why I was saying I kind of had a good time watching this, because the effects were so bad that I found myself actually really laughing at most of them and thinking, oh man, these actors are trying to give like a serious job to an extent at some point. And especially the guy towards the end holding that wooden thing with the flame on top to light up the building. And then as he throws it, the flame goes out, and I'm like, how the heck did the building set on fire then? I really don't know how it set on fire. Oh man, even just talking about this movie has got a massive smile on my face, guys. This is just a really fun, stupidly bad movie. I mean, is this movie going to get any merits in terms of stars here? No, not at all. No. No, this movie for me, guys, is getting a half a star out of 5. And it gets a half a star purely because of the entertainment factor. And yeah, I don't really have much more to say on this movie, because if you want to really experience how bad this 1 hour and 25-minute movie is, I'm sure it's online or on YouTube somewhere completely for free. Knock yourself out, and if you do, let me know your thoughts down below on what you thought of Sharkenstein. But I hope that you enjoyed this collaboration and this premiere and start of the Terrible Movie Collab Season 2. If you did, give the video a big thumbs up, and also subscribe to the channel by clicking the red button down below so I can see you again on a future video. I've also launched merch, so you can actually get a hold of some Did You See That official merch by clicking the link down below in the description box. But over on my Patreon, memberships start from £2 per month. You can also request for me to watch movies and review them here onto the channel. Plus, it includes so many more perks. So definitely click that link down below, guys, in the description box to join Patreon today. And I also want to give a big thank you to all my awesome supporters over on Patreon who help really support my channel. And they also have YouTube channels as well, so their names will be down below in the description box. Please go subscribe to them and go show them some love. And thank you so much for tuning into this video, and until the next time that I see you, I'll be seeing you later.